center, and he's getting tanks right now. A Raven. Now, what is he gonna? I think he's getting this Raven. I think he's thinking about using point defense drone. I think he cares about it a lot. He saw all those stalkers and the sentry usage. I guess he wants to use that point defense drone. It's a good choice, in my opinion. Also, you never know, you know. I mean, actually, there's tons of games where I've seen Protoss players use Dark Templar after you do something like that, like this with them, and you have like I don't know. You think that, hey, I ruined their economy, whatever, blah blah blah. And then they come at you with the least expectable stuff, and you have like no turrets and no ravens, and you have like 1 or 2 scans available, and that's not really enough if they are trying to protect their Dark Templar and they're running away with them. So they do a lot of damage. So that's also good. Also an observer here, so the robotics facility did finish, and the observer is on his way over to Goody's base, and the expansion is now going down. So the Terran player is going to be gaining some minerals from that, although maybe he could have done this a little bit earlier. I think it was a little late, since Nightend actually got his quite fast. I mean, considering the amount of units he lost in the start and the pressure he was put under, he got a quite fast expansion. I'd like to see more tanks here for the Terran player, making a nice solid push with tanks, and I think that's going to be enough to take down Nightend. I don't think he has what he needs to deal with this. And a second observer coming out. Wow, this is surprising. And maybe a scan will go down here. I'm not sure. No. Whoops. No, the Raven is out. No need for scans. I think you should maybe get an Immortal. There we go. So the Immortal is coming out, and Inferno Pre-Igniter. Wow, Inferno Pre-Igniter for the Terran player. I guess he's just gonna try some funny, but there's Spineless here, granting some height on this side. On this lane over here, you can just swap in here, pop in here with Helions, you know, 2-3 Helions, and just start roasting probes. If you can't really see this, you know, you're gonna lose a bunch of probes before you can actually react, because Helions are so fast, you won't even notice they're there. And the Pre-Igniter actually is really great against probes. I mean, it's pew time if they manage to get inside your mineral line. Okay, so the Terran player is kind of just chilling right now. It seems he's just mockering up a little bit. Got his second base, saturating it, using mules to get the extra resources he needs. And let's see if the Terran player is going to try something fancy, or he's just gonna go for. I would actually not. I don't know. Maybe you should try harassing or something like that. He should just keep his forces inside his base. He put the good. You know, the thing is this: most players, even good players, they're comfortable with doing something like putting a lot of pressure to start, and once they see that it's clearly in their advantage, they just completely leave their opponent alone, and they focus on what they're doing. They focus on their game, and they know that no matter if they play good enough, there is not really that much that the opposite player can do, because they are quite a lot behind, you know, and in tech and money, stuff like that, expansions, whatever. And wow, a reactor on this factory and lots of Helions are coming out, and the Pre-Igniter is done, and let's see what's going to happen right now. Wow, no, ouch. Nice force fields from Nightend, and those Helions are all going to die, and that's 400 minerals down the drain, and that isn't really nice to watch, and I don't think it's nice to experience either. Actually, I think it's a lot worse to experience than to watch. So indeed, we all just witnessed something that is not that great for the Terran player. And Nightend seems to be gaining some ground back from what he lost at the start, and his army composition is quite okay. He has 2 Immortals, a bunch of Stalkers and Zealots, and a few Sentries as well for the force fields he wants to use. And the Colossus is out. Yes, it is. And let's see if the where is it? Where's that building? Am I blind? Yes, I am. It's right here, smack in the middle. And the thermal lance is done, and the charge is also coming out. So, okay, we are going to have a pretty nice battle over here, although the Terran player has a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff, and these Helions, I mean, these Sentries and Zealots are gonna go down really fast if they get to attack, and he's sieging up his tanks, gonna try taunting the Protoss player inside the tank range. But Nightend does move back, and we see some contain trying to go down over here. And the tanks are slowly unsieging 2 by 2. This is exactly what you want to do. Advance slowly, gain ground by sieging and unsieging. and the Colossus are taking a shot at this infantry, and they're doing quite a lot of damage, and the infantry here as well, I guess, but the tanks are getting their volleys off, and I'm not sure who's going to come out ahead, but I think the Terran player has enough. I think the Colossus aren't going to be able to hold their own against these tanks. They are getting focused down by the tanks, and he needs to get his forces in there and deal with the tanks, although there are a lot of tanks, so indeed the tank push did happen, and the tank push is doing a lot of damage to the Terran player. Point defense drone here as well, helping a lot. I don't know really what Nightend can do except make a lot of zealots and make them right now. He has charge. He's throwing down a bunch of gateways. That this is the right answer, but it's a little bit late, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he's gonna be able to do. He needs those zealots. Where isn't he making those zealots? Oh my god. Okay, so he has cooldown on these. Maybe he should chrono boost them or something. A bunch of Phoenix out. These can lift a few tanks as well. Turrets coming up as well for the Terran player right here in the contain range. So, ouch. Yep, and the zealots do come from this side. They were warped in and doing some damage on those tanks, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. And I think Nightend, yep, Nightend does decide to GG. So, overall, I think Nightend just got surprised in the start over there, and the Terran player came at him with a few fast, I mean overly fast Marauders and the Marine and 2 SCVs, and usually that push is quite uncomfortable in the start for a Protoss player if he doesn't know it's coming, if he's not expecting it. It did come, did a lot of damage, and he lost a bunch of probes, set him back behind. Set him back, I mean, not set him back, wow, nice, what I just said, set him back quite a bit, and it shows right now. We see a huge army from the Terran player, a lot of tanks, and a lot of infantry, and the infantry just basically taking the hits from the Colossus and the Immortals and such, while the tanks are slowly sieging and unsieging 2 by 2, gaining ground, and getting in range of the Protoss forces, and they do so much damage. I mean, versus armored, they're so good. They did get nerfed, but not really against armored units, just light units, stuff like Hydras, Marines, and so forth. But it's really solid Terran play, really confident Terran play there in the start. I was actually even quite surprised that Nightend managed to repel the push in the start. He did, but generally at high-level games, you also need a little bit of luck, or not really luck, but let's say a fortunate turn of events, so you can actually get back in the game like you want to. Nightend tried, but the initial blow was a little bit for him to take. I'm going to be going now to game 2, and I'll see you guys there.